power in your hands. Rivers dry where prophecies flow. In the darkness, let my courage show. Oceans buried deep within. Sands will swirl where life begins. Voices from the past will guide. In the desert, nowhere to hide. Empires rise and empires fall. In the spice I hear them call. Through betrayal and through faith I will carve my path. Embrace my fate. Sands of Arrakis, call my name. In your endless ways I'll stake my claim. Destiny's thread weaves through time and space. Among the trials I now embrace. The trials I now embrace. I'll embrace. Oh, sands of Arrakis, call my name. In your endless waves I'll stake my claim. Destiny's thread weaves through time and space. Among the trials I now embrace. Oh, shine beneath the sands. Ancient power in your hands. Rivers dry where prophecies flow. In the darkness, let my courage show. Oh, oceans buried deep within. Sands will swirl where life begins. Voices from the past will guide. In the desert, nowhere to hide. Shine beneath the sands. Ancient power in your hands. Rivers dry where prophecies flow. In the darkness, let my courage show. In the desert, nowhere to hide. Beneath twin suns, the desert roars, a land of spice and ancient lore. Fremen whispers in the night, dreams of freedom take their flight. I who lurk beneath the sand, power shifts at your command. Golden eyes see futures bright. In the dunes we rise and fight. Ride the worm, hold on tight. Through the storm to the light. Call the banners of the brave. In the dunes we rise and fight. Our cannon's grip begins to fade. In shadows deep, our plans are laid. Prophecies in blood are sealed. In the dunes our fate revealed. Bene Gesserit weave their schemes. History.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. We got ourselves a little bit of a Friday live stream lead up to Dune Awakening coming out early for May 15th, and for everybody else, if you don't have the Ultimate and Deluxe editions, the 20th of May. So let's see what we got here. I'm doing a little surgery on my TikTok side right now. Why? Why is it acting cuckoo? All right, so I think we're fixing this up. You guys aren't going to see this though. Yeah, so we got some crazy stuff going. Man, it is getting close to Dune Awakening. Getting close. We got some interesting things going on. So I can only say so much right now. I mean, you guys probably seen other. I don't think they're really supposed to be saying anything, but people are on their YouTube channels. So I guess so it was Thursday. I watch a lot of the, so those, we watch a lot of Damon Kim, the YouTuber. I really like that guy's videos actually. He does a lot of good stuff on Dune Awakening. And he put out a thing where he was saying, "Hey, something's coming out. Some kind of big tidbit of news is coming out on to the 11th, so yesterday. It was Wednesday, right? Yeah. And then so we were like, what the heck's going on? I haven't heard anything. Come to find out, there's something coming up on the 25th of. So we're gonna live stream on the 15th from Funcom, the next vid game live stream. And then on the apparently on the 25th, a bunch of YouTubers are saying there is a some kind of embargo thing going on. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I'll just say that yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It's not for but don't get excited because it's not gonna be like a mass thing. It's creators and press kind of situation going on, I think, coming up. And then that's about all I'll say about it. But it's here, I'm sending a message real quick. But yeah, that's it. So we got some people in the chat here. I'm testing out a couple new things here. I have like a chat thing going. Somebody type something in the chat if you're watching. Let me know you're watching in the chat here. I'm trying to see if my little chat windows actually pop up anything. Hey, what's up? Bombay's is here. Yeah, it's working. It's working down there at the bottom on the live. So I don't know. I guess I need to adjust that a little bit. And yeah, so my little chat box is going to start feeding in at the bottom there of the screens. So when you guys chat, you can see. Pretty cool, right? I'm getting fancier here, guys. I'm getting fancier. Eventually, I'll get better. So my goal this morning, it's not going to be a super long stream. It ain't going to be 3.5 hours like the other night. But I have to go build a barbecue grill. So I'm going to cover the Communinet number 7 also dropped. I haven't even looked at it yet. I think I browsed it real quick. So their latest Communinet came out. And then some other information. So we're getting close. We're like literally we're a little bit over a month away from the game's launch. There's other things coming, so get ready. So all that stuff Damon Kim was talking about is real. Well, apparently. Allegedly real. See, I'm not trying to put anything out there to get myself in trouble, so I've been very good about it actually, guys. I've been very disciplined. I'll just put it that way. So more than some of these other YouTubers, that's for sure. And I'm pretty good at well, it depends on what kind of secret it is. I'm good at keeping secrets, but but mostly most people that know me know I'm a big blabbermouth. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. But on this particular matter of this game, I've been tight-lipped, so that's good. There we go. We got our Fabulous Raptor. Hello, Fabulous Raptor. We got to get some people going. I'm trying to bump these numbers up. So I've been going through my Twitch, trying to clean that up, add more panels and stuff under my stream, my Twitch stream. I need to bump my Twitch numbers up. So if you guys are on, Bombay's is on, on Twitch already, and vice versa, and I think he's already subscribed to my YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, I have links in my bio. Vice versa. If you found me on Twitch, go over and throw me a follow on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, think about going throwing me a support follow on Twitch. I need 50 I think I'm at 30 something. I need 50 followers to get the next level, and a couple other things like view hours and stream. That's gonna come though. Once the game comes out, I'll be definitely having the streaming numbers. I just need that 50 followers, 50 followers over there to really kind of bump. Well, not that many. It shouldn't be that hard, especially with this game, and especially how I've been pumping out. My YouTube's pretty successful, honestly. Surprising, but that was on a lot of my lore videos of Dune, which I haven't been doing as much lately. Which I'm going to do. That's not over. There's more lore coming, and in fact, I'm probably going to switch a little bit of gears for lore videos for this instance of Dune Awakening's story, where if you don't know, if you haven't watched the trailer, they put it out a while ago. The story of Dune Awakening is an alternate timeline in Paul's mind. So the game we're playing will be an alternate timeline. You know how, like in the movie Dune Part 2, if you haven't read the books, he can see multiple paths based on choices he makes, essentially. This is one of those, we're living on one of those path strands in his mind. And that's what we are going to be playing in Dune Awakening on. And that path is that he was never born. So the whole war, everything changed, didn't happen like it happened. So basically Dune is free-for-all, open, kind of overseen by the Emperor still, and Harkonnens, Atreides, all the houses are all kind of there, equal footing, so to speak, from the way I got it, fighting for control of the planet, overseen by the Emperor in the Sardaukar. So that's pretty cool. And there is a daughter, so there is a daughter that, because so Duke Atreides in this is, or Leto is alive. They caught Yui. So Dr. Yui was caught, and so the assassination foiled. They have a daughter, not Paul, and the name, I've said the name in previous streams, but I'll have to find that. It's out there somewhere. I don't even know if that was really the name. I think that was some other side information that said the name. It's not Paulina. That's what we thought. We're making jokes about that. Is it Paulina? It's not Paul, it's Paulina. But no, it's a different name. And I'm assuming that's going to be like she's like going to be a Bene Gesserit kid or something. But the story is kind of like that, I guess. The overall baseline of the story. So that builds up a good MMO, right? So an open world ended Battle of Arrakis, kind of fighting for spice, and then you're the character, and you'll have your own. And it's an MMO, so it's not going to be perfectly, for the sake of fun and game mechanics. It's not going to be hardcore set in the Dune book per se, because you can't. It wouldn't be fun really if it was strict. If it was strict to the rules of the book, it wouldn't be totally fun. So that's why they've said in multiple streams, las cannons are disabled if you aim at somebody with a shield on. Because we know, anybody that knows this book, the Dune stories, if you, in the books, the lore, if you fire a laser at a shield, it causes a chain reaction, and a little mini nuke goes off and kills everybody, right? So, I mean, that's the easy way to say it. So you can't have that going around, you know. It'd be nukes everywhere, because every base has a shield. You just blow everybody. It would just be chaos. So they did that for the game. Okay, I'm not mad about that. I know there's people out there that are going to be, this is not real, dude. I get it, but it's a game, so you got to make it fun. So that's exactly what they did. Old Dagon D up in here. I think, how do I get the chat box to just stay up? I'm going to have to mess with that. After a minute, I think after a couple seconds, they disappear. How do I get it to just stay up? Oh, hopefully you guys don't see this. No, you guys don't see. Clean theme. Always show mess. Yeah, here we go. Boom. Always show messages. So I think show platform icons. Yes. I wonder if I can make them larger. Font size. I'll go to 50. Someone type some writing in there. See what happens. Someone type something in the chat. We'll see if it updated. It might not update while I'm live streaming. It might not. There we go. Test. Yeah, that's big now. See? And it even shows your... Why doesn't it show your name? We're doing real-time setup here, guys. Okay, let me see if I can go back in there. How do I show the name? This is clean. Box, Twitch, old school, chunky. Okay, I'll mess with that later. Show... show the name. What? How come it's try comment chat hide name? It's like weird. It's like your name is like not showing up. Maybe I need to change chat delay. I don't have a chat delay. Text color, background color. Maybe because maybe the name is. Let's do green here. Let's try that. I love the stream. Oh, that's gonna be too big probably. That's probably why it's too big. Here, let's go here. Morning, folks. Lumber Day. Hey, we're doing Friday. I said we're gonna do Friday. I finally did it, guys. I stayed true to my. I always lie. I'm always lying, and I never do Friday. I've been saying it for months. Today's Friday, right? No, today's Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. Man, I'm really messed up. I mean, I was supposed to do this yesterday. That's what I meant. But I'm doing tonight too, by the way, guys. Yeah, tonight I'll be doing our normal live stream. I'm supposed to do this on Fridays. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, let me tell you the story real quick before we get into the Communinet 7, because this won't be a super long stream today. This morning, anyways. Yesterday, I started messing around with settings and things, and I tried to do like a little live, like I try to log in and do stuff on my OBS Streamlabs. And it wasn't logging in no more on my, because I usually go through Google and all this kind of YouTube. And it was like messed up. I was like, what the hell? Did I just lose all my settings? So I reinstalled and all this stuff. Finally figured out that I don't know if Streamlabs changes I don't know. I really don't know what happened. But I logged in directly through Streamlabs account. And it has all my settings in there still. So I was like, oh, thank God. So I'm kind of annoyed why this chat's not staying up when you guys type. I changed the see always show messages. It should be showing up, guys. I don't know why. Show platform icons, yes. Badges, show turbo badges, show Twitch badges, show. I'm looking at all the settings. Enable better TV emotes. Maybe the text. The text should be good. Background color. Maybe I messed up the background color. Hide common chat bots. Okay, let me change the font size back down to like 25. All right, well, we'll see what happens. It looks like the chat, your guys' messages disappear after a minute. Trigger a sound to notify when there is a new chat activity. No, I'm not going to do that. Browser settings with. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know why they're not sticking up there. I'll figure it out. Well, yeah, 6 people watching. Awesome. Yeah, so I figured out that I needed to log in, log out. I reinstalled, logged back into directly to the Streamlabs account, and then all my stuff was there. So I was like, yeah. So you guys' stuff is showing up down there in my chat box, but it's not staying after a minute. Like that's pretty good right there, guys. You see that popping up? You guys can see the chat, so I can see him a little bit better now. In the AM, need more melange spice. It's my, Bob does the job. Hey, what's up? Throw me if you're not already following me on Twitch. Throw me one, because we're gonna be needing Twitch follows here pretty soon. Hopefully, I'm trying to really build this up, guys. I'm a one-man show. I ain't some super big streamer. I ain't some ultimate game whiz. I'll tell you right now, I'm not. I mean, I've been playing games since I was like a little kid in the 80s, Atari, and I mean all my entire life. But I'm not no super FPS shooter. I don't have any kind of background in competitive gaming or anything like that. So I'm a Dune guy. That's really why I got into this channel. If you're just getting here for the first time, mainly I'm a Dune lore guy, and then the game was coming out, and then some of you guys have been following me for months and months and months, like almost the whole time. Some of you guys have been following me, since I even started the channel, and done well. I'm not really raking in the dough yet, but I'm trying to see when that happens. It is monetized, so. And I've made some good connections and contacts at Funcom. I'll just put it that way. And those of you know, I was able to go out there to Oslo, Norway, about 3 weeks ago, and visit the office. And then I still got to put that video up. I don't think I have those pictures on this computer yet. It's still on my phone and well, I do. They're on the cloud. But yeah, we're gonna get right into this, guys. So Dune, real quick, before we talk about Dune, Communinet number 7. I'm not going off no rants today, guys. No big side military rants and all this other crap I always do. So we're kind of staying focused this morning because I got to get this stream in. I got to go build a barbecue. So Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening releasing main release May 20th. Okay, so if you have the base pre-order on Steam, it's May 20th. If you get the deluxe edition pre-order or the ultimate edition pre-order on Steam, it's the 15th of May release. Okay? There is a embargo kind of lifting on something on the 25th of April for creators and press. That's all I'm going to say. So that's been put out by other YouTubers. That's not me saying it. That's the other people saying it. So that's what other people are saying. That's all I'm really going to say about it. And then, I think the chat finally is kind of staying up. Oh, it's not very... I need to move that. There you go, on TikTok anyways. It was kind of out of the way. I got a couple people watching on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, thanks for watching, okay? My TikTok is really kind of way behind compared even to the Twitch, especially the YouTube. I think people watched on TikTok, they're looking for specific stuff, and I'm not it. So, mainly girls dancing around and then gyms working out. That's really what TikTok's for. And I'm the opposite of that. Well, I do work out, but I'm not going to do all that. I don't care about that stuff. And nobody wants to look at a 46-year-old chubby guy. I'm not really chubby, but I have serious dad bod going on here at the gym, so it's not a whole lot of that. No, that's not a big market for that. Let's just say. What do you mean? There's no market for that. But let's see. No, the barbecue is not a Traeger. It's not anything cool like that. It's a it's like a shish kebab trough looking thing. It's meant for cooking like Russian shish kebab shashlik things on skewers. So it's a rectangle box that's like perfect for that. It's a specific thing we're making that my wife cooks. So ancient recipe from the old country. It really is actually. But my wife can cook, I'll tell you that. Yeah, so we're gonna get so we're going back to the Dune. You have the 3 categories. We have the game coming out 20th. Just remember, pay attention to that stuff. So pay attention around let's put it this way. Be paying attention on the 25th of April. Okay. Especially on my YouTube channel. Okay, guys? That's all I'm going to say. And Dune Awakening Communinet signal number 7 came out. So that's their latest little news drop from the community. So opening words, as the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers, but the showers are actually sandworms, or sandstorms, I should say. And the flowers are actually a sandy death, or something like that. Anyway, the launch for PC is quickly approaching. So it's a good thing we're here to read up and prepare yourself. Not to mention the pre-orders are live on Steam right now, which I just talked about, along with different editions of the game, which we also talked about. There are numerous reveals and updates in the last couple of weeks, and this issue will make sure you don't miss a thing in our roundup section below. We are also showcasing some amazing concept art of the starter card drop shit you'll encounter in the game, answer questions of the community, and show off some great fan art. If you missed the previous signals, go back. Which, guys, if you go through my YouTube channel, I should make probably a subcategory just for the Communionets. I did a video on like every one of these things, so I've covered them all since the beginning of them. Pre-ordering. So, roundup. If you're looking for one good reason to pre-order, let us introduce you to the smallest and most adorable creatures on Arrakis besides you. So, for those who don't know, Muad'Dib is the name of the desert mouse, the kangaroo mouse on Arrakis, and then he takes that name on because it's basically he's a badass little surviving creature in the lore. You know, in the movie and the books and everything. And then also it's one of the it's also the name of the what is it, the finger of the moon or whatever the heck. I can't. I'm tired. I just woke up, guys. Take a break on my Dune lore. It's not up to par this morning. You know, that's in the old 1984 Dune that he says it's the what's the whatever. I can't remember what the hell he says. But that's not really what it is, I don't think. Yeah, so it's the mouse, we know that. And then I can't remember what the name of the actual, well, it's the moon, right? Yeah, see, this is all from the movie. It says that Fremen also refer to Muad'Dib as an instructor of the boys. Okay, I do remember that from. Well, that's like loose. Okay, we know that he's wise in the ways of the desert. That's from the book, actually. So it's the mouse. So he's the the Messiah, all that good stuff. Yeah, I have to look at that. I can't remember exactly what. I think that might have been made up for the 1984 movie, actually. But he does mention that in the new movie too. Remember, in Stilgar says that points the way. Well, it points the way, but I don't remember that in the book. I'm gonna have to go back and look, guys. You guys remember? Yeah, the craters in the second moon, but I don't remember that in the book. Is that in the book? Or is that just in the movie? Off the top of my head, I've read the dang book 100, like not 100 times, but a bunch. The first boon. Yeah, we'll get into that. That's the side note. I'll just go watch the movie and see what he says in the movie, and then I'll watch both clips from the movie, and then I'll go and find that part in the book when he gets that name, and I'll compare them all. So that's going back to this. So I'm sidetracking here already. You know me. I'm staying focused this morning. At least it was Dune-related sidetrack. So pre-ordering any edition of the game could have this little guy in your base, waiting for it to come home every day with beady eyes that sat, please don't drink me. Okay. Yeah, so you get him. He's actually going to be, you get this little aquarium in the game. with the Muad'Dib hopping around in there. Apparently you can kill him, I guess. I don't know. Remember that one community that said they were killing Muad'Dibs? I can't remember which community it was, but I don't know. So the deluxe edition and the ultimate editions, we talked about this. Even more editions, you get more stuff. I've covered that. I made videos of what you get. So, guys, look into that. Go look into my videos on that. They've also announced the business model, which I've also covered that. They're not doing a battle pass. It's paid optional DLC in the future. So when you buy the game once, you get that, plus with all the free updates and stuff it comes with. You can buy the DLC later, or you get the, you know, kind of like a, you know, you get the, if you get the deluxe, I think the ultimate edition, you get those kind of DLC for free in the future, plus the other items and suits and stuff. But there's not going to be a pay to win. There's not going to be injecting money in game currency for Solaris or anything like that, like other games do. So that's good. That's what people wanted, and it's PvP. And the way that the game has been explained, it's going to have a kind of a safer area of PvE where you have a permanent kind of base where it won't necessarily get raided every 5 seconds, but you can build a base also in the deep desert area for the PvP zone where it's a free-for-all. So in that area, it's like Rust and Ark and all that. You can get freaking raided and it's free-for-all out there. So, you know, if you get wiped out there in the deep desert, you don't lose all your main stuff back in Haga Basin in the PvE zone map area. That's pretty cool, right? So, you won't get set back to zero like Ark days, Ark and Rust and all those days. But just remember, the deep desert wipes every week. So you won't have a long-term base out there, even if you do get one in. It's more of like outposts. I think that's the goal. You have PvP outposts you'll have out there, and then you'll funnel all your stuff back. The way in my mind is you'll have our guild, which, our vote's up on the Discord. You'll have our guild, our main base in Haga Basin. Once we get to a certain point in the game where we have all the harvesters and all this good stuff, and we're pretty confident, we're going to go out into the deep desert, start harvesting large amounts of spice, and conducting PvP raids, hopefully. And then we'll have a temporary base, stage stuff at, kind of protect it while we're doing all this harvesting. Then boom, take everything back, our resources before the wipe, back to the transport. Well, so we're going to have like dedicated harvester people, defense, PvP. We're going to have ornithopter pilots. So we might have to have specific roles people are going to do. We can rotate it out, that kind of thing, once our guild. So it's going to be a whole logistics operation for the deep desert, plus security. So it's going to be interesting. We have a whole, like, we call it log pack or a trains. It's called logistic trains, like in the military, where you have a whole logistics line set up. And you're going to have a bug out plan. Maybe like we'll even set up a QRF. We might have a QRF. If we get enough people, we'll have QRF flying around, protecting we'll have an inner cordon and an outer cordon. Lumberdan, I'm going kind of army here, but I'm going to use it for Dune, okay? So we'll have an inner cordon protecting the spice operations, and then an outer cordon, maybe if we have a flight of ornithopters circling outer cordon, watching for threats. You know what I'm saying? And then that will be kind of our thing. But we'll have to have enough people in this guild to really keep ourselves safe from other guilds, okay, out there. So, and of course, harvester. Yeah. So if we are in the Discord, I have not. So somebody, if you're not part of our Discord, I think you are, right? Where'd my dang thing go? Where'd Discord go? I have the Discord in the YouTube, in the YouTube thing. Here, let me pull it up. Oh, real quick, I gotta go and change this. I always mess up. I never monetize my stream while it's going. Here, hold up a second, guys. I got to go in there, go to studio real quick. I have to, Go to live. I don't think. Yep, there it is. I never turn on my monetization when I'm live streaming directly. Now it is. And I'm gonna put this Dune. Okay, I'm in that. I always mess up here, guys. I never put in I never put the gaming stuff in either. Always forget. Okay. Give me a second here. That'll work. There. Now, my YouTube. Now I'm set up. Yeah, you have to go in there and tweak. I have to go in there and figure out how to automatically get it to do that. I don't know how to do that, but and plus I'm on one-man show. I'm doing it all myself. Real quick, hit the chat up here. We talk about Fabulous Raptor. Yeah, I'm not so great at PvP either, but yeah. So we'll need harvesters. We'll need security. We'll need scouts or inner and outer cordon security with ornithopters, and then maybe on some sand bikes and stuff too, zipping around. And we'll need layered defense, and then we'll have to have logistics, people taking in and out the spice and other resources and stuff for us. And it might even be a thing where if it's a quick in and out, we might not even need. I mean, maybe we need a limited small outpost in deep desert. It might not even. Maybe we just do a whole raid, or we just rush in over the overland map, because we've seen that in their videos. We rush in with our vehicles, go in there, get in, get out, boom, back to Haga Basin. That could also be a method to without having to set a base up in. Probably you need a base if you want to do raiding on other players. So that's probably what we'll talk about it in the Discord, guys, if you're not in it. So where is the Discord? Why don't I have the Discord? Oh, I don't have it in my my default setting. Hey, someone throw my Discord link in there for me in the chat if you can. Cause I'm right now. I'll mess something up if I try to do it. Maybe I can do it right here. I'm in it right here. How do I share this damn thing, dude? It says copy server ID, whatever that does. Here, I'll do this. Maybe. Nope, it doesn't show up in there. My Arrakis Central shows up on Google, but not. You guys seen something? I don't. I don't see it in the chat. Oh, I think, you know what? I think the freaking bot blocked you putting that link. My stupid chat bot stuff that's set up. Let me see. I need to allow you to do that. I probably need to move my little chat window here on TikTok, because then people can't really see their own. I don't know if this Larry Anthony. Some guy named Larry Anthony was on TikTok watching me. Hey Larry, if you're still watching. How do you get your Discord link to your channel? Invite people? Oh, here we go. I got it. It says, yeah, this is the problem I have now. It says hidden. The first time I did it, it showed it. It won't use copy button. Why is it not? Yeah. It's stupid. Grant temporary membership. That's not what I want. Generate new link. Why does it do that? It's so dumb. Yeah, it's... Yeah, see, the first time I did it, I can hit the thing where it says invite a friend, and I go in there and generate code, but it just says hidden. And it says use copy button. I use copy button, but it doesn't do anything. Maybe I have to, like... It doesn't work. Maybe that's a glitch in the system. I don't know, guys. Got it. Let me see. Yeah, so... Okay, good. Now I can put it in here, hopefully, too, as well. There it goes. So if you're not part of that, there we go. And then I can go over here and go back. Hopefully the sound is there. Where's the chat? And I can pin. Boom. So join the Discord. I pinned it at the chat, top of the chat there. I need to get my act together on that stuff, guys. Don't worry, I'll get there. Back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you try to post. I guess it blocked it. I need to allow Lumberdan and my anybody who's a subscriber or a member. Anybody's a member, I need to allow them to post whatever they want in there. So yes, I need to fix that. I'll figure that out. I might have, dude. If this thing gets big, I might have to have a freaking person helping me out. Because I could see how this could get real hectic if I have like a lot of viewers and followers and stuff. Let's see here. So let's go back. So we already talked about exploring. Back to the matter at hand. Communinet 7, guys. Sorry. Side note. Real life setting things up. Sorry about that. You guys are learning. I'm learning. I'm it's crazy. I'm still learning things. I just started that Discord too, so I'm not really... I need to put rules up and all kinds of crap. I don't even know. So exploring Arrakis. So we did Secrets of the Desert. We kind of did... I've shown that video already. I've done a video on that. Take a look at the narrative video, Exploring Arrakis, that gives a peek. Okay, you guys can go watch that on your own. I've already did a video on that. So here's some screenshots of the game. Some sort of ecology station, a dungeon. So if you don't know... Hey, I haven't gone off Dune yet, so we've stayed on Dune, so that's good, number 10. Dune or streaming, related to Dune, so that's good. Man, I went really off the rails last Saturday. So let's see, so there's a screenshot. So what's going to happen is there's like going to be that kind of dungeons you guys will raid. And they're ecology stations, kind of like mentioned in the book and the movies and stuff. And in there, there's going to be like some sort of maybe a boss or something like that at the end of it. And then you'll get like a good treasure at the end. Some good loot. You have to work your way through them and whatnot. So that's what that is. Imperial testing station all over Arrakis hold echoes of the past and valuable technology. Equip your best weapons and abilities and fight your way to learn unique blueprints and recover resources. Whether you're in for a contract or a haul, beware, trouble is around each corner. Kind of like what I just said. Here we have the shield wall is a proving ground for experienced explorers of Arrakis. Its rugged terrain demands a reliable ornithopter or ground car that provides valuable resources in exchange. Got it. So, hey, remember that, guys. The shield wall area might have some good stuff in it. Yeah, the chat's really staying up there now. That's pretty cool. Hey, I'm getting fancier, guys. So, we got ourselves the Sounds of Arrakis. I didn't really cover that. It's the music. Maybe I showed a little bit about that. I'm not gonna go over that. You guys can watch it. It's very... I watched it all myself. And it was like the guys who made the music of the game it talks about how they had to get like studio time in London, I think, or England or wherever they were. And it was like a weird opportunity they had when a certain somebody canceled, so they got in first, and it was like this whole thing to get in there to rent this. I don't know how that. I guess you have to like hire these musicians to go in there and you got to rent the time of these studios and all this kind of thing. I don't have no idea how any of that world works, but so yeah, it's interesting to watch if you're curious on that. The live stream, which I covered as well, I actually did a big breakdown of that. They talked about some of the equipment, and they did quite a bit of the early game. The gentleman, the guy who's actually playing it behind the scenes, that's the gentleman I've met and did give my tour in Oslo. I told you guys that already when I was there at Funcom, the HQ. And of course, if you guys check the Discord, he sent me the picture of the Dune card I gave him. I donated to Funcom. So that's pretty cool, right? On display. Yep. Cool people, man. Tell you that, Funcom, really nice. And of course, we would be remiss not to mention our very first Dune Awakening live stream, which we talked about a second ago. Let's see here. We begin with a live gameplay segment where our world director, Jeff, and my name's Jeff, an expert environmentalist artist, Yvind. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dude, those O's, the line through it, are everywhere in Norway. I guess it's an O. Walked us through the various parts of the game. Dude, that was crazy. Oh, I'm about to go on a sidetrack of Oslo again. I can't do it, guys. I'll do it tonight. Talk about it again. Maybe I'll show screenshots and stuff. Talk about driving in Oslo. Yeah, dude, it was traffic circles everywhere. I had a rental car, so I went kind of native there a little. Just for a couple days. I that's what I do when I travel places. I don't just do a touristy thing. I don't do like get on the tour bus. Oh, hey, here, all that kind of thing. I don't do that. I get my own rental car. I don't do that thing. I do my own stuff. I did it in Japan. I do it everywhere. In Europe we just did it. We do our own thing. I don't do tour buses and that thing. I mean, when I was in Japan, I just had this rental car, this van, and I just said, screw it. You can see Mount Fuji from Tokyo on a clear day. And I was like, I'm going to drive up the top of that thing, see how far I can get. And I did. I drove all the way halfway up Mount Fuji. And just, you can only go so far, and it's closed until July 1st, where you can start hiking all the way up. So it was all kind of shut down up there, and I drove as far as I could up Mount Fuji, Japan, and then we walked around, took pictures, and came back. It was pretty cool. And that was a couple years ago when I was in for work. Japan's awesome. Anyways, get back into this. Lastly, we touched on the business model of the Q&A with leader producer Ali Andreas, among other topics. Okay, we've watched all of these already, guys. So the highlights: many adversaries will be a danger to you on Arrakis. We need pets. I don't know if there's Rio Mazin. I don't know if there's pets per se where they follow you around. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I've not heard anything mentioned of. There is pets like in the aquariums and stuff, and then there's animals in the game, but I don't know if you're going to be able to like have a tame per se, or like even just something on your shoulder, like in Sea of Thieves, we can have little pets. I don't think they're doing that. Maybe they will. I don't think that's on launch though, for sure. Maybe have a little, man, imagine having like a little pack of rabid muad'Dibs falling behind you, and you can sick them on people. That'd be way against the lore, because that's not in the story. That's definitely not in Dune lore. That'd be hilarious though, right? Dude, it was like an Ark. I used to have a Dilophosaurus, have like 10 of them following me around, and they would like, and they go off and start spitting and killing everybody. You can command them, but they always get murdered though. The things are so weak later on. All right, so Starting from the age of 6, the Sardaukar are trained in all manner of martial skills. As they grow up in a system designed to promote the most skilled and ferocious, the mere mention of their name is often enough to ensure submission. As they serve, if you watch Dune Prophecy, the TV show, this might be kind of a spoiler, but I don't know for sure because it's not said, but it's almost, you feel like it's kind of a precursor to Sardaukar in that show. So I never did a review of that show, official video review. Maybe I should go. I'll wait until I got the 4K coming, pre-ordered the 4K discs of Dune Prophecy. When that comes, I'll do an unboxing. I'll rewatch the show on 4K on my projector, and then I'll probably do like an actual official. It got renewed. We're getting season 2, by the way. I like that show. I thought it was kind of similar, close to the prequel books. So. At least it was like a sequel to the prequel. It was a sequel to the prequel. That's basically what it was. Now you guys know my feelings about that. A lot of people didn't like the show because it wasn't action-packed and all this stuff. And it's like, I get it. And some people wish they would do a Butlerian Jihad prequel, which would be expensive, dude. It'd be like, it would be a full CGI fest. It's essentially be kind of like Battlestar Galactica stuff going on in there. You know, Cylons is essentially what they were. And in fact, they probably copied that from Dune, I'm guessing. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica probably copied that idea from Frank Herbert, I bet. I don't know. Anyways. So when they hunt you, that little hunt, there's these Sardaukar drop ships. We've seen footage of it in the game, and they'll hunt you. If they get you in their little spotlight, they'll freaking jump down and kind of block you in, and they'll try to get you. So apparently you gotta watch out for that when you're in the game. So here's one of the drop ships. That's badass, dude. That is awesome. Final version of the ship found in game, subject to change. Oh, wait, that's saying final version of the ship is subject to change. So those are pretty cool, like little hovering around little drop ships. Dude, that'd be cool if like something like this shows up in the Dune Messiah movie. Well, Sardaukar are wiped out. They won't be in there. That's right. What am I thinking? Pretty sweet. Yeah, that's pretty weird to think about. They're gone. The Sardaukar are wiped out, and then he has. But you know, the Emperor is exiled back to Kaitain in the lore. He's not murdered. I mean, that was, yep. So that's pretty much their model of that. So this ship's gonna float around and try to get you. All right, so let's see here. We have a fresh batch of community-made fan work that we always love seeing and sharing, whether it's physical or digital media, paper or mixed elements. We want it all. Make sure you share with in the fan art channel. Yeah, I don't know if I don't really make anything like that. So here we have Dune Awakening with purple hair or pink hair. I guess you can make your hair pink in the game. Kaelin and Lysar, who are siblings created by Carol C. God. That's kind of cool. The ornithopter riding the worm. Look at that, dude. That's hilarious. What if it landed there? It'd be like, shit, get me off this thing. So they first log into the deep desert. Ew. It's like juicy. Is that a worm? That just looks disturbing to me. I don't know why. Okay, see, questions from our community. So if you guys seen my character creator, I'm kind of sticking with that Harkonnen Harpy character. That's what I'm going to be using in the game. Kind of making look... You remember in the movie Dune Part 2, Fade has those Harpy women kind of, you know, hovering around them. That's kind of what I'm making. But my thing on that is... So my character I don't know if I'm gonna give it a name, a person a name, or I just leave it Arrakis Central when I release when the game comes out. I don't know. I might do role playing and give her a name, but so my backstory for the character, I don't think you can really even type this in the game. Maybe later they'll have something like that, but you know, like a Star Trek Online, you can go in there and retype everything, your crew name and everything. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't know if you guys ever play Star Trek Online. That game's awesome. I love it. But I might get back on that here and play it eventually. But the cool thing about Star Trek Online is you can play all those, you can get all those damn ships, and you get on to do away teams. But I don't know if you can do that in Dune. So my harpy, I don't know if I'm gonna give her a name, but then she's gonna be an escaped harpy that was basically one of those kind of evil harpies, but then turned kind of good. That's gonna be kind of my, and then gets away from that, and then gets captured and all that kind of thing, and then turn into. Come to find out, maybe she had like some kind of genetic tie to, you know, Bene Gesserit or something. That's just like what I'm gonna go with. Kind of a cool, like, made-up fan fiction story for my character. Escapes the Harkonnen's grasp and gets and tries to flee to Dune. Let's see here. What unit is used for stuff, distances, temperature, and weight? And will there be an option to toggle between imperial and metric individual for each? We use metric because Frank Herbert also used metrics in the book. Yeah, metrics. I don't know why they would use the other one. It's the future. US is the only idiots that use that. Imperial system. I know metric system because I was in the military, and then I also was in Europe, so I use it for a lot of things. Will characters imported into the game from the creator have one last chance to be reviewed and edited before going to the game? Yes, you'll be able to review and edit your character after it's imported. Okay, that's cool. Rio Mazin, yes, I will be on Twitch as well. I'm live on Twitch right now. Actually, I'm simulcasting. I think I'm up. Let me double check and make sure. Good question. Let me make sure my Twitch is running here right now. It should be. Let's see. Let's make sure my Twitch is running. Dude, Twitch has been acting weird lately. It won't load. I've been having a problem loading Twitch lately. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, it should be live right now on Twitch. Let me check my app. Make sure I should be simulcasting. So whatever I'm showing right now is at the same time as Yeah, dude. Hey, Star Wars. I've been checking in on your stuff, dude. I've been checking in. Yeah, my Twitch is up and live. Yep. Yep, Twitch is up and live. Yeah, man. The game's getting close to releasing, so it's I'm gonna start streaming much more as I can. May 20th, the game comes out, Dune Awakening. If you get the deluxe or the better edition, the premium or ultimate, you can get the game on the 15th of May. Start playing it on Steam. So where's my TikTok? Go back to the TikTok. Yeah, so going back to Rio, yeah, my Twitch is actually running right now. So jump over there, and then it's in my link. Should be in my channel here for Twitch. Throw me a follow on Twitch. How come my stuff doesn't like? Hey, real quick, actually, as a test, do that for me and see if my alert box shows up. Control audio, refresh. I should get like a notification if somebody follows me on YouTube and it should show up on the screen. So Rio, go over there and click if you can, if you want to help me out. Go over to my, or anybody. If you're not on Twitch, I got 18 people watching. Holy crap. Anybody. Right now, if you're not followed on Twitch, I'm trying to experiment to see if my alert box is working. So I don't know if it's gonna work. It might only work while I'm in that actual looking at stream. We have 18 people in the stream, guys. So good. We got something working here. How many people are on Twitch? This is mostly YouTube, I believe, guys. So yeah, most of that's on YouTube. What edition? Oh, right here. Hey, we got GBS 17. Hey, welcome to the Twitch. What edition are you guys gonna buy? I think I'm gonna get the standard. Yeah, so I have already pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition because I want the 5 days early. Plus, I want all the extra goodies. I want that movie still suit you get. So yeah, you get a movie still suit if you are watching on YouTube. Hit a like and subscribe on there. I'm trying to test if you're not already subscribed, I'm trying to see, I have a alert box that I'm trying to test. I don't know why I never see anything pop up on it. We're supposed to see if somebody does throw something, so, and you're supposed to hear a little chime and everything. I don't know if likes show up or not, but subs should be like a little ding ding or whatever. I don't even know, or a follow on Twitch. I'm really just trying to test it. Looking for the old alert box settings. Click here. What's this mean? Alert. When enabled, new alerts will interrupt the on-screen alert. Browser settings. Control audio view Streamlabs. Shut down source when not visible. Use custom frame rate. Refresh. Yeah, this doesn't show anything, dude. Follows. I don't know, dude. Follows are open. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna have to look at this. Let's test the widget. What does this even do? I don't know. Maybe it's messed up on here. Try. I don't know. Yep. Oh, maybe it's like. I put it to the front. Oh, hey, cool. Hey, go ahead and try to follow and see what happens here. Oh wait, did something just happen? I think it did show up. But it doesn't make a noise. I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. But I think it did work. I think I saw your name pop up there, but I need to change the font and stuff. But it didn't give like a notification bell or anything. Huh. I got 7 people on Twitch right now. Wow. Hey, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hey, so if you're just tuning in now, I got my channel, Arrakis Central. I do Dune lore, games, movies, everything with Dune. It's all Dune-related. In this particular stream, I'm going over the Communinet number 7 from Funcom over Dune Awakening. The game comes out on May 20th. The MMO, Dune MMO, and you can pre-order now on Steam. I will be live streaming that game on Twitch and videos and, you know, live streaming on YouTube and TikTok. So when that game comes out. And what I kind of bring, what I feel like I bring to the table as compared to other just regular game streamers is the Dune knowledge of the lore and everything. And so I don't just do gaming per se. My focus is on the Dune franchise, so that's why I think I kind of bring a little bit more as far as the game goes. I'll know a lot more of the lore than some people do, you know, out there. So that's what I'm bringing to this game in this live streams, and plus I'll know all of the backstories of all the characters and whoever we meet in the game and the different houses. If we see any kind of other, because people get kind of limited on the house knowledge too, but there's a bunch of other houses in Dune lore that are going to be probably shown in this game, so we'll talk about them too. Yeah, I'm going to get in there and kind of fix the streamer thing here, but we're going to get back to these questions real quick. I'm going to go back and then I'm going to try to tinker with my alert box eventually. So we were on one of the last questions here, guys. See, will we have a way to prevent guild members to use certain vehicles? Prevent? Vehicle permissions aren't tied to guilds. These are personal settings you can adjust. So basically, if you build, the way I read that is if you're the one who builds a vehicle, you have to go in there and open it up to guild to use it or whatever. If you want other people to be able to use it, I'm guessing. So that's just like Ark. By how much can the fief be expanded? Are there specific upgrades or conditions required to extend its side? You can add 5 horizontal and 5 vertical extensions. To extend the fief, you need staking units. These can only be applied to advanced sub-fief consoles. Okay, that's a good question. So you can expand the initial sub-fief. Are there more gun stats than fire rate and damage? For example, bullet damage fall off at some range. Yes, we have fall off. Custom recoil patterns per weapon, accuracy, magazine size, reload speed, custom camera shakes, and all that to match the accuracy of the recoil. Oh, so basically I can't snipe with like a shotgun or a submachine gun. You know, that's basically, and you know, it's going to be, I'm assuming a submachine gun is going to have more power close in, but then it's going to have a lot more recoil. Just, that's pretty standard for games, guys, I think, at this point. So we'll get into all that too when we get in, when the game comes out. I'm going to make videos on the different weapons. I'm trying to do everything I can, guys. How to build the bike, so they covered that, building the bike, in Funcom release videos. So I'm working on that right now. Actually, after I'm off the stream today, I'm going to be making a video, finish that video on the So the sand bike, we'll get into it here in a second. The sand bike's going to be one of the #1 vehicles you want to rush. It's the #1 vehicle in the early game you want to rush to get. Because the way the game looks, just walking around ain't going to cut it. You're going to get killed by the worm or whatever. So you have to, my main purpose, really focus on some of my early videos is the rush to get to the sand bike, the blueprint, because it's a must-have vehicle. And after that, it's the ornithopter, of course. And I'm gonna make a video showing, just based off what we've seen on the Funcom videos, on their live streams and stuff, what resources, how many components you need, and all that. So, you know, I'm making a video. I'm already been working on it. It's just halfway done right now, guys. So be looking out for that either tonight or tomorrow, that video to come out. Early game rush, what you need to do. That's basically what I'm talking about. That'd be I think that'll be a fun video. Let's see. Will there be outfit dye? Yeah, the swatches, right? Or different color variations. Yes, we both have swatches. Remember we talked about that last week. The swatch is just a color pattern. When you hear the word swatches in this Dune game, that's just the color pattern of different kind of colors for vehicles and clothing. So yes, they'll have that. We knew that already. Will there be a public board for viewing what major problems are currently ongoing or what features or bugs? Say they kind of have that like an EVE Online, right? They have that whole chairman of the board thing where a player gets voted as like a liaison. I don't know if they're going to have that. They probably won't have that for this. We plan to clearly telegraph what known issues are present in the live version of the game to minimize impact they might have on the player experience. Whether that will take shape out of a board, list, or be hosted on a specialized platform, that is something we are actively investigating and testing along with closed betas. Yeah, okay. So they probably don't know. I'm assuming at first it's going to be company internal. Yes, good early game guides. There's most people will look for. Yeah, so I'm already working on some of those, Lumberdan. I'm trying to get those out soon. From what the knowledge, from the information that we have public, and some of the footage Funcom put out. I'm working on that because that's one thing I haven't really seen people talking about is the resources you'll need to build some of these blueprints. Like how many blueprints, how many sections do a bike are needed? I already looked into it, guys. I already know, but it's 5, right? And then you can add on a seat in the back, and how much resources of what types are needed per one of those blueprints for the section. And then when you build it, you use the correct construction tool, or it's not construction tool, but it's the vehicle tool. Construction tools for buildings, and the other tools, I think it's the, if I remember correctly, when I looked on that Funcom video, welder, I think it's called. Yeah, all that's in the video that I'm working on. Like I said, man, I'm really harping on this rush to get the sand bike. That's what you got to focus on. So, I mean, imagine we have our guild is cruising on sand bike. You could have a buddy on the back with a gun, right? Screw you! Get some! I'm getting all excited about it. All right, so the closing lines. There was a lot to go through the last month. Hey, dude, I got 16 people watching. Let's keep this going when the game comes out, guys. Let's keep this. I'm trying to get 20, 25 viewers when the game comes out, watching my streams. That's real. I'm not greedy. It's all I'm asking for. I just need to get a small little. So far, I got a good little following of you guys. So just be on the lookout here. Let's see here. But we hope they answered a lot quick. Okay, yeah, this was not that bad of a Communinet. Yeah, so that was it for that Communinet number 7, everyone. I'm gonna go back and redo a video of this. And then post that too. So if anybody doesn't want to read it, they can go watch my video. But it was okay. Some of these questions were a little, we kind of knew the answers to already. If you've been following the game. Think of this thing. Just one more time. It reminds me of the derpy worm. You guys remember when I used to make fun of the derpy worm? Dude, that's disturbing, dude. I shouldn't make fun of it. Somebody made that thing. It just looks disturbing. I don't know why. It's funny. Yeah, so that's about it for that. Let's go back to home. The news. What do they got here? Let's see if I missed anything in the news, guys. So we have Tune In April 15th. We watched that already. We're pretty caught up. They have the classic 90s music from Dune and Dune Part 2 in there coming in the game, and a radio in the game. Yeah, Lumberdan. We'll have we were talking about that charge of the Light Brigade. Well, actually, that's not a good example because they all died. But was it the Brits that showed up to Ukraine? And they just all got dysentery, and half of them died on the way there. And then when they got to the battle, they were getting that channel. This is a real life battle I'm talking about. They were trying to take Crimea, dude. They've been fighting over that Ukraine stuff forever. And They went in there like all sick and everyone's crapping their pants, and then they went into the little valley or channel of the cliffs or something. I think that's how it went. Chop, 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 dead. They're all dead. That's a true story. Charge of Light Brigade. You guys should look into it. Historical. I think it was Brits. The Charge of the Light Brigade. Okay, I'm gonna do one sidetrack, guys. This is not really what I want. Let's see. That's poetry. Here we go. We'll pull up Wikipedia. So the charge, yeah, I was right. United Kingdom and France versus the Russians. So the Charge of the Light Brigade was a military action undertaken by the British Light Cavalry against Russian forces during the Battle of Balaclava in the Crimean War, resulting in many casualties to the cavalry. On 25 October 1854, the Light Brigade, led by Lord Cardigan, mounted a frontal assault against a Russian artillery battery, which was well prepared with excellent fields of defensive fire. Yeah, it wasn't like a... I think there was a scene or a part where they got effed up in a little valley, but I think that was like not the actual Light Brigade battle, if I remember correct. I was read a book about it. The charge resulted of a misunderstood order from the commander-in-chief, Lord Raglan, who intended the Light Brigade to attack a different objective from which light cavalry was better suited to prevent the Russians from removing captured guns over Turkish positions. The Light Brigade made its charge under withering and direct fire and reached its target, scattering some of the gunners, but was forced to retreat immediately. The events were the subject of Alfred Lord Tennyson's narrative poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade. Yeah, so it's one of the famous blunders in British military kind of history. Yeah, so if you read all this stuff, you'll see in there, like, on the way down, the Brits traveling down to that location, all freaking got sick and dysentery and freaking crapping their pants and dying and all that stuff. And then when they had the battle, it was just a disaster. And it was just a big old disaster. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Crimean War, man. Pretty cool. That's why I said that for I said the Light Brigade on the sand bikes would not be a good idea because they lose. That's why I said that. I'm a little military historian, not like some freaking, it's all for fun. I don't do it like professionally. So before I end the stream, guys, because I'm gonna have to go build this barbecue. I read that book one time. It was a book on the Light Brigade because it was sitting there on a desk I was on, still in the military, and I did a desk duty. You know, sometimes you have to do something called, for those of you who are military, you have to do CQ or staff duty, where it's like a side thing, like you get charged, you get set for a 24-hour period to just watch a building, the phones and the front desk, and you report anything out of the ordinary. You check arms rooms, mortar pools. It's an extra duty that everybody has to do, and it's you have 24 hours where you're sitting on this desk, you can't sleep or nothing, right? Whether it be at the brigade level, battalion level, company level, whatever. And I sat there one time and I read that book. That's why I know about it. It was just sitting there on the shelf. You can't watch TV. Well, you can have like news on a screen in there, and like maybe like sometimes you're like in a foyer or like an entrance of a building, and there might be a screen with news or something. Now, once everyone leaves for the day, the leadership, sometimes you can like put some other channel on or something. And I'm not gonna say I did this. I'm just saying it happens. People sneak in their laptops at night and stuff like that, and there's gaming going on sometimes, and I'm not in the army no more, so I don't care. I'm just saying that happens. Or sometimes you take breaks because you have two people, which you're not supposed to, but you're not supposed to. But we all know it happens. Hey, cover me for 2 hours, and then and I'll cover you for 2 hours. Little cat nap. Because after about 3 in the morning, 2 to 3 in the morning, you start dozing off. Yeah. All but Braveheart, welcome to the YouTube. Have been watching and waiting for 2 years to play this game, and I'm on a PS5. So oh god, yeah, dude, I feel bad for the console guys. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any idea when that comes out. When? Well, what's going on here? There we go. I'm asking Copilot, guys. When it will come out for console. And let's see what's going to say. Dune Awakening, the highly anticipated survival MMO set in the Dune universe, is scheduled for release on May 20th, initially for PC. Console versions for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series are planned, but the release dates are yet to be confirmed. And that's from 3 sources. That's from the Awakening Wiki and Keen Gamer. If you guys don't use, if you have a Windows machine, everyone has Copilot. It's AI free tool, and I think it kind of uses ChatGPT. Because if you use ChatGPT, you got to pay now for a lot of those, right? Let's use Copilot. It's on Microsoft. It's free. Windows 11. Dude, I use it for everything. I used to make my little scripts for some of my YouTube videos just to give me like an outline. I don't really ever go off of them directly, but I kind of like use them to. 62. Oh, that's young. That's the new 40. 60. I'm not that far behind you. I'm only 12. I'm only 14 years behind you. So 40s is the new 30. Actually, like 40 is like the new, your 40s is the new late 20s. Because that's, they say now 40s is when you start making your money. So that's kind of true for me. Yeah. It's a weird situation, aging. I don't get into all these. I've watched all these funny podcasts out there, like and all these videos of like women dating, men dating, and all this crap of like, you guys seen them like, oh, I'm looking for a man in his prime that's traditional, but then I want to run around and be wild, and it's like, okay, whatever, that ain't gonna happen. That's funny, dude. Watching these women that they turn 40 and then they're looking to settle down. It's like, no, you're not gonna find any guy who is serious about making a family. Usually gets married in his 20s and already starting to have kids, like in his 20s already. I mean, it happens in their 30s too, but that's not. Dude, I don't know how the hell these people have kids in their 30s and 40s. Screw that. Dude, you walking around little newborns and you're like 40 years old? Screw that. I got a 12-year-old and I'm freaking art and I'm like, that's my youngest. Dude, I have my oldest son's already, I'm 46. He's grown and out of the house. He's already like in his own new career. So I always tell people, hey, if you are gonna have a family and get married, do it when it's money, so it costs money, but dude, go and freaking do that crap when you're like 24, dude. 23, 24, you should be married, boom, having kids. That is if you're going to do that. If you're not going to have kids, then no, it doesn't matter. That's just if you are serious. Don't wait. Because you don't want to be chasing little kids around the house when you're in your 40s. Trust me. Now, if you're not even going to have family or kids or nothing at all, then it doesn't matter. Who cares? But I think that as long... I'm gonna give some my personal feelings on advice on that kind of thing is I think some of the biggest problems that causes people to have bad marriages and things is alcohol and over partying. I think is a big issue. I drink, but like I think that's a big contributor to failed relationships and stuff. That's just a personal thing that I've seen. Just from the observations, I've seen people in the military. It's horrible horrible failed relationships over and over again, just friends and stuff, and people I've watched. So just booze and going out and partying. And if you're married, you should just not even do that. I mean, or if you do, you go together and then you just only do it together. Go out and don't. Yeah, it's not good. Hey, me and Lumberdan are like the same thing. Or not Lumberdan, Star Wars Pierce. We're like the same situation. Yeah, you got an older kid, and then so my son's 22, and he's got a whole career. He's doing well already. He's 22, and he's already doing very well. He's in school right now for he does IT work, so I forced him into it. Well, hey, Star Wars Marvel Pierce, we got to link our kids up together, and maybe they'll make a we'll link the Star Wars and Dune universe with our arranged marriage. Hey, my son's doing pretty well, so he's not a dud. He's actually living in Japan right now, though. He's probably watching this. Oops, I'm trying to set him up on Twitch or on stream. Oh yeah, Lumberdan oil field. Yeah, that's anything like that's probably similar. Like police, anything that's like men kind of driven stuff, and that's kind of like man's man world kind of jobs. You know, police, firefighting, and oil rigs, and all that stuff is always like military. It's all kind of dudes drinking too much and ruining their relationships if they have one, or they marry women that are just not very good either. So, like, yeah, I'm trying to keep the stream going a little bit longer, guys. About 5 more minutes. I'm kind of done talking about Dune stuff for now. Yeah, so just I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute. Go build this shashlik barbecue set. And then on tonight, I'll be on our normal Dune news again. And then I don't know what I'm going to talk about, so I'm going to figure out some things. Hey, we got steady viewers now, guys. I think this channel is going pretty well. And I'll put it this way. There's a lot I wanted to show and talk about right now, guys, but I can't. About the game. So, that's all I'm going to say on that. And just be paying attention because on the 25th of April, things are happening. Yep. Any more comments on there? Yeah. Let's see it. Yeah, I'm on. Oh, I kind of got off of the. I have 5 people watching on Twitch, guys. I appreciate that. Like I said, if you're on YouTube and you're not following me on Twitch, hit the link. If you don't have a Twitch account, if you want to, go make a Twitch account just to give me the follows, and then you don't even have to go back to it if you don't want to. But I'm trying to get 50 followers on Twitch so I can start pulling an affiliate. What am I at right now? I don't even know what I'm at. How many? What is my What is my data metrics on Twitch right now? How do I even see? Why am I on Dune Awakening? Is Dune Awakening, am I showing up as Dune Awakening category on the stream? 5, yeah, I am. Yeah, so I'm showing up under the Dune Awakening category right now. They only have 2,000 followers on following Dune Awakening, which is probably because the game's not out yet, but they have a lot of viewers. So I'm assuming when they get a lot of viewers on their streams, people are not clicking following their Dune Awakening game. So if you are on Twitch, make sure you heart and follow that Dune Awakening category as well as a favorite, and that will bump up some of that algorithm for Funcom as well. So I need to do a real quick before we cut this off. I'm gonna do some predictions, guys. Predictions. Let's do some co-pilot predictions. So we're gonna go in here and, on average, how many stream viewers does a new MMO get on release day? So we'll see what it says. So average number of stream viewers for a new MMO on release day can vary widely depending on the game's popularity, marketing efforts, and community. For example, World of Warcraft's expansion, The War Within, saw 319,000 peak viewers and maintained an average of 116,000 viewers across 3 days. I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft's bigger than this. Other MMOs see fewer views, often range from 10,000 to 50,000 average. I want to say that Dune Awakening will get like between the game overall, not like my stream won't get this many views. Obviously, I'm just looking for 20-25 viewers. But I would say between day one, 50 to 100K viewers maybe total between YouTube and all this other stuff. I'm guessing. I don't know. They probably have metrics and they know based off other data of other games similar to theirs of what they'll get, right? So there's gonna be streamers on there with 10K because they're already established viewers. They're gonna have 10, 20K viewers already watching them. A new game, plus they get a bump. They're already an established big time streamer. We're gonna probably see big time streamers on there playing this game too. Like I follow a lot of like the Sea of Thieves guys, like Pace22. I'm sure he's gonna be on there. I like that guy. He's hilarious. So I think he's gonna play it. Asmongold, the big giant, he said he's gonna play this game. That dude's that controversial. I think he's hilarious. I watch this stuff all the time, guys. I don't know if people might hate that guy. I don't know. I just think I think it's funny how he gets people stirred up about stuff. I just think it's funny that he brags, or didn't brag, but he's open about how he was like a dirty bird in his house and all. He didn't brush his teeth and had to get new teeth. And he had to spend 40K to fix his teeth because he just let him rot from sugar and drinks. And this is a millionaire. That's just hilarious to me. You guys ever looked into that guy? It's his house is like all old and run down apparently. His roaches and stuff. And he's a multi-millionaire. Oh, Lumberdan. Yeah, but not me. I'm on the engineering side of it. Oh, got you. Your oil, right? So like basically You probably see accidents and people getting jacked up, or you hear of it all day. Oh, Asmongold servers. He said he did a video. He did a video on Dune Awakening and said he was gonna play it for sure. So he's like one of the biggest streamers out there. Didn't he get himself in trouble with some Palestinian stuff? He said he got blocked for like a week or something. The guy's nuts. I've learned one thing. If you just try to stay like healthy streaming, but maybe not necessarily big boom, it's a weird situation with those because like in order to get the big views, you got to do controversial stuff or say controversial stuff to get all the big followers. But then at the same time, that can hurt you, right? Because then you're limiting. So I stay away from all that. I stay away from all the modern day politics stuff, guys, on this channel. So you will rarely hear me talk about it on here on Arrakis Central. And I try not to cuss either. I try not to swear too much because I want maybe kids to be able to watch my. I want my own kid to be able to watch the stream. You know, he my 12-year-old wants to play the game with me, so he might be in there with me live streaming on his own. He has his own Steam, so I'm gonna get the game for him too. So he's only 12, and I don't want a lot of cussing and things in there. So I don't cuss in the house, even though I used to swear like a sailor in the army. My wife doesn't go for the cussing and stuff either in the house at all. So we don't swear a lot here, like none really. She does in Russian, so nobody understands. Nobody cares though. It's funny. Do you ever get if you guys ever get curious, go watch Russian road rage or Russian car crashes videos. Oh man, they're wild. It's like Destruction Derby over there, dude. Because there's no like so apparently in Russia getting full coverage on a car is very expensive. Like I don't even know the income ratio and all that. It's like to us it'd be like, you know, getting health insurance apparently. I don't even know. So people have liability. So everyone has they all have the dash cams there. So they keep them being at fault if they get in an accident. And there's a lot of fraud apparently over there too. So there's just tons of plethora of great car wrecks and speeding and drunks and all kinds of stuff coming out of over there. It's awesome. I like road rage videos. It's one of my little side passions to watch. I've only ever had it happen to me a couple times in my life. Nothing dramatic. I drive average. I don't speed, so then I might go a little bit over. And I've had one day around here when I was going over the speed limit in the right lane, and then some guy in a truck was mad. He wanted me to just move for him in the slow lane. I don't hog. I drove in Europe for 13 years in Germany, so you don't hover the fast lane. If you hover the fast lane in Europe, you're gonna have a Porsche freaking going 100 and freaking 60 miles an hour coming up on your ass real quick, flashing his lights at you. That's how it is in Germany. So I'm used to passing on the left only and then getting back over. That's how I am. That's all you're supposed to do here too in the U.S. But dude, sometimes you get these guys in these big ass trucks with the things, and they're behind you on your ass. This freaking want you to move no matter what lane you're in. It happens. Or you have people roll their window down yelling at you, and then you're just like, okay, well you're yelling at the wrong guy. So I roll the window and I yell right back. Like, I'm not gonna back down to you. What are you gonna? You think I'm just gonna be scared of you? That could hurt you down here in the South, though. You gotta be careful. Most of the time I just let it go because, dude, down here in the South, you don't want to confront people that are nutty because everybody's packing. Probably 70% of the cars in the road here probably all have a piece in them. So You just gotta be careful what you do down here. Road rage. There's not, and that's why it's probably less road rage that I've seen down here than other places. Because everybody knows that in the back of their head. Everybody's packing. Funny how, well, that's political, but that's just funny how that kind of lowers that. Gun ownership lowers that kind of threat, I guess. Keeps people kind of in check mentally in their mind. Like, oh, okay, I know there's... Or robberies, you know, down here, you know. I'm not saying one way or another. I'm just saying the facts that it's, you know. If you're a criminal and then you know every house in that neighborhood has a freaking AR-15 in it, you're going to think twice before going in when somebody's home. So that's why I think a lot of the robberies down here are when people are not in their house. They case them. Yeah, so that's it for now, guys. I gotta go and crack open this barbecue thing and start building. Stay tuned tonight, about 9 Central Time, like I usually do, 8:39, depending how my family feels and doing things. Maybe 10, hopefully, but I will be going live tonight again. And if you're not in the Discord, the link's pinned. One more thought. Click the Discord, join. I have a Arrakis Central Discord now. Hey, Star Wars, Marvel, do you got a Discord? Throw it. Join mine and throw your. Hey, if you guys don't know, Star Wars Marvel Pierce, he does a good channel too. If you guys don't know, so go over and follow his channel too. He does Marvel. He basically talks about how horrible Disney is and how they just jack crap up. So which is true. Honestly, guys, I haven't been paying too much attention. Hey, have you seen the new Tron trailer? I might cover that tonight, even though it's not Dune-related. Dude, I crap on Disney hardcore as well. But that Tron trailer looks freaking awesome, dude, from what they showed us. So after this, everyone go and watch the Tron, the new Tron movie trailer. If you like, I grew up loving Tron. So Tron, the original, was like my favorite movie as a kid growing up, a little kid. It was that movie and The Last Starfighter. That was my go-to movies as a kid. That, The Big Trouble in Little China. That's what I grew up on. Escape from New York. A lot of Kurt Russell growing up, dude. We were a hardcore Kurt Russell household. But that was not Tron, but obviously. But that Jeff Bridges, too. But Tron, if you have not seen the original Tron, when it came out, you got to think of it when it came out, it was so ahead of its time. And then Tron Legacy didn't get totally the greatest reviews, I think, when it first came out, but it's aged very well. The one that came out in 2011, the second one. Some of the CGI is a little funky. You go watch that movie now, you're like, dude, this movie's badass. I like it. And this new trailer, some people are hating on Jared Leto because he's had some couple bombs the last couple years, but he's like a good actor. It's weird, right? He just picks weird roles, but he's gonna be, I guess, one of the main guys in this new Tron. Tron, what's it called? What's the new Tron? We'll talk about it tonight, but go check it out. Type in like new Tron trailer on YouTube, guys. Go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it right now. It looks freaking good. It looks like, just from the trailer, it could be a complete switcheroo that Disney's doing to us, and they're gonna throw all this woke stuff in there. I don't know. I won't get too much into that, but it looks good, the trailer. And then last week we talked about the Minecraft. I took the kids to the Minecraft, and that was surprisingly like a good goofy film. Didn't have any modern day stuff in it that I noticed, really, like really bad. And I was surprised. That was actually kind of entertaining. Nothing spectacular to write home about, but for the kids, they probably love it. And it's made like freaking 300. We'll talk about that too tonight, guys. Talk about the Tron. We'll talk about the Minecraft money. They've like made like a ton of money, dude. Minecraft's made already. It's gonna make $1 billion. Yeah, so maybe maybe they're doing a switch. Is Hollywood slowly shifting back to normal movies now that everybody can like, and not just preachy, 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 preachy? So I mean, that's what's kept me away from. I don't have Disney Plus because of how preachy, preachy that Disney is. I don't have a lot of that stuff. So yeah. And some stuff that was good, like John Carter of Mars, flopped, but then they don't do it anymore. And it's like, remember that movie? I read the books in like 6th grade, and the teacher read the books to us, and I thought they were cool. And then that movie came out. I was like, this is those books. It's a goofy sci-fi, but it's pretty cool. I like that movie. That was the era of like when Tron came out, Tron Legacy came out. It was like Disney was trying to do that stuff, and it just wasn't working. And now people are begging for it to go back to those like 2009, 10, 11, 12 days of like when we were just getting like maybe considered by those standards average movies. But today, dude, if you get a movie like that today, you're like, whoa, man, great, we're going back to normal. It'll make a lot of money. We'll see though. Disney's the last one to really give up on some of that stuff and give us regular content again. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I got to cut this off. Got to go do this thing. Stay tuned tonight. More Dune content. We'll cover some of that Hollywood stuff and more Dune Awakening talk. Maybe we'll get into some actual Dune lore stuff today. I used to go into those rants on Dune lore, so maybe we'll do that tonight. Maybe we'll do some more speculation on it and fan theories on the Dune Awakening lore. Maybe that's what we'll talk about tonight. And so until then, see you tonight around 9, guys. I appreciate it. Get in Discord. Follow on YouTube and Twitch. Get those Twitch numbers up. And I'll see you guys later.
Sands of Arrakis, call my name. In your endless ways, I'll stake my claim. Destiny's thread weaves through time and space. Among the trials I now embrace. The trials I now embrace. Among the grace. Oh, sands of Arrakis, call my name. In your endless waves, I'll stake my claim. Destiny's thread weaves through time and space. Among the trials I now embrace. Oh, shadow beneath the sands. Ancient power in your hands. Rivers dry where prophecies flow. In the darkness, let my courage show. Oh, oceans buried deep within. Sands will swirl where life begins. Voices from the past will die in the desert. Nowhere to hide. Shadow beneath the sands. Ancient power in your hands. Rivers dry where prophecies flow. In the darkness, let my courage show. In the desert, nowhere to hide.